if you have not subscribed to Alboa Cinema, this is where you will get everything. So subscribe. Subscribe.
So now, karibu to Alboa Cinema. Now, this news that has been coming from America. Former President Joe Biden has an aggressive form of prostate cancer. So let's see that. So Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. So let's see. Was diagnosed. Okay, so former President Joe Biden was diagnosed. Let's just give me a second. I'm still here. So was diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer, according to a statement from personal office Sunday, and it spread to his bones. Last week, Joe Biden was seen for a new finding of a prostate nodule after experiencing urinary symptoms. On Friday, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer characterized by a Gleason score of 9, which metastasis is the bone. Metastasis. It continued, well, this represents a more aggressive form. The cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective treatment. So that's the core of it. I just wanted to touch on this because there's something that was very telling about when Biden was in office, that he was actually suffering serious mental how do we say? I would call it mental decay. That in terms of he wasn't lucid. He was walking weird. He had changed where, like he walks like somebody with dementia. He couldn't remember things, obviously being asked. He would start walking randomly, just falling down randomly. It was so obvious to many of us, but the mainstream media in America and everywhere in the world, as they are told, they're saying, oh, he's very strong, he's very alert. But what they were doing, because even right now, a lot of the people are telling us Biden was alert, are writing books about how apparently the Democrats lied to them. The media lied in conjunction with the Democrats, and all these people were lying to us that the guy was lucid. So America for like 4 years didn't have a president, by the way. That's the that's the fact. America did not have a president. So who was running America? Who are the people who are giving instruction on what to be done in Kenya or to be done where? Who are these people? Are you guys aware that right now America, as it was these last few years, has not had a coherent president and then beneath him is Kamala Harris, who seems to have the same mental incapacity despite not having mental issues. I think she's just dumb. But Joe Biden was obviously mentally reduced. I'm trying to play the words here, and I think he had dementia, and it's very obvious. But now I believe the reason this news has come out, I'm assuming that they also knew about this cancer earlier, because it's not just like an immediate. This is something that takes years to develop, and if you are doing regular physicals, you should be able to catch it and know. So they knew all along. They knew this guy was mentally incapacitated. They knew that he was developing cancer. Yes, that's now what you have to be faced with. A lot of you people have been very gung-ho about talking nonsense about Orange Man, Donald Trump. You really ignore the corruption of these other people, don't you? Because they kind of have already infused their bullshit victim ideology in you. Or now you're talking about, freedom or revolution. Nonsense. They're lying to you. They're using your emotional fragility and your sense to always lean towards your tribe, or at least to want an advantage. They tell you, we'll give you this advantage because you're black. Because you need the third world countries really need this carbon credits, to grow. Or why can't you just open, give them the technology, or at least give them the money or the capital to open factories? No, that one is bad for climate change. People need to stay poor, but we despite the poverty, we can continue to build electric cars that cost 2-3 times more than the normal cars, and then you guys can continue to use the planes and everybody to go tell us about how we are destroying the climate, you idiots. So what is the thing that I found very... I'm going to go to X as usual. That is my how do we say? This is my platform. This is where I appreciate to do a lot of work. It still has its issues like every other social media, but yeah. So Tanzania is trending. Martha Karua one term. Hizo zote. So let's see. For me here, they said Joe Biden diagnosed. So there is that. Deeply concerned to hear about. So Narendra Modi, so Barack Obama. So let's see what Matt Walsh was saying. This is the most cynical thing I've ever seen in America. It's astounding, truly. Biden had stage 4 cancer. There's no way in hell they thought they just caught it now. That's what I was telling you. They knew it probably for years, lied to the American people and the world, of course, superpower manenos. And then they waited until 2 days before a book comes out about the cover-up for his mental decline so that they could change the subject and quiet all criticism in the name of compassion for a sick man. The whole thing is so transparent. These people are evil. Let me retweet that one. Retweet, repost. That's exactly what I was thinking. There've been a lot of aggressive news and reports about the decline of Joe Biden at the time by the mainstream media that at the same time, during that time, were telling us that he's sharp and everything, despite what we could. Just telling you, stop believing your lying eyes. That was what they were saying.
He is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
This is a man who is sharp, who is on top of his game, who knows what's going on.
This guy's tough. He's smart. He's on his game.
His mental acuity is great.
This is a very sharp president.
This is a man that's on his game.
President Biden is absolutely fit.
There's not a problem.
He's sharp, he's fit, he's always answering questions.
He is on the ball. He was sharper than anyone I've spoken to.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There's no doubt in my mind that the president is mentally fit for office.
Biden has proven himself to have a strong memory.
He's completely mentally sharp.
He's at the top of his game.
Now, he's cogent. But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically, because he's been around for 50 years. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
From prisons, people that are from mental institutions, insane asylum, terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now, all terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare, we're trying to provide housing for Black Americans. The impact on the choice, the idea that they're gonna, I'm proposing that everybody, they pay, the millionaires pay 1%. So no one after, I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And wants to get away with, get rid of the ability of Medicare for the ability to,
And now is a good time. In June, thank God. In June, and not October, in June. This is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task of running for president of the United States.
And now, because it's gotten very aggressive, this is like in fighting now among the Democrats. Because even the media, you know, it's the propagandists for the Democrats. Yes. At least majority of it, 90%. Now they're trying to hide this under the veneer of he's an old, tired, sick man. Don't attack him for his cancer. You know, the thing is this, you know, like politicians, after they've destroyed lives, killed millions, thousands, even millions, after they've destroyed so many, the economies, people's livelihoods, when they die, people start talking about, yes. Let's not criticize. Go to hell. Go to hell, or the whole lot of you. Because Joe Biden was not a good president for America, and by extension, he allowed a lot of corruption to flow, and the monies they're giving our politicians. Remember when our president went there, I have to get that picture. Ruto sitting in White House. You guys remember this? You guys remember this? Huh? Do you remember this? Aren't you guys to remember this nonsense? Eh? Nakumbuka hii? Aren't you guys remember this? Look at the way Joe Biden is walking. Look at him. Look at him. He doesn't look, you can see it right here. We all pretending that this guy is okay. They were pretending at this time that he was okay. Our president is there with him walking like he's there talking serious business. Biden is not hearing anything or even understanding anything Ruto is saying. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Robotic. And they sat there. They're looking like they are doing. Gee, what? Where is the look at this. Each time Ruto alienda up, I went and sold us out. I don't know what they agreed with Joe Biden, but when he came back, remember the taxes, the same thing they were doing in America, they started doing here. Ukiambiwa hiyo lawfare, go after your political opponents with the law. Biden and his crew did that very well to Trump. You guys have to be able to connect these things, bwana. We can't do everything for you. Anyway, that will render me a bit useless. Look at that. Sitting there. Look at that. Then they're smiling like one more. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at, let me put my boy here. We've agreed he's going to do what we want. I think Ruto took their money and he didn't do what they want. Kwanza hiyo mambo ya LGBTQ, ABC. They didn't try. They gave him money. Kumbuka Jill Biden, the wife of this guy, came here. Just like Kamala Harris going every... Like, why is that the thing? Me, that's why I mean, I said, I had to see Wazuri, and I'll never support. There's fakeness everywhere. So it don't happen. Look at... You remember this picture? Oh, I cringed so hard, man. I cringed so hard when I saw this. It was so embarrassing. Nana hii maneno hii. Hii ndio maneno walikuwa wanataka kutuuzia hapa hizi maujinga hizi. Hizi ndio walikuwa wanataka kutuuzia hapa. We have a connection ango. Very disappointing. Anyway, I don't know. So he has cancer now. Okay. Oh, I think it's been there. It was hidden. Now it's coming out so that we can feel sorry for a corrupt politician who, by the way, has played a significant role of killing hundreds of thousands of people in Ukraine and the Ukraine war and funding and the Middle East and Israel, Palestine, all of these places. But yakona cancer, it's how it let's Ninyi endeleeni kusupport I'm a politician. I don't give a fuck. For me, I'm not going back. In fact, people can be living. You know how when wame destroy dunia, they can be living. I mean, what? Me, I say, because there are so many good people who die off, and this degenerates here want us to feel sorry for them. Mera what is? Subscribe, like, and share.